Wow! Oh my god, that's so cool. What is up, creative world? Welcome back to the vlogs. I'm super excited for this one because today we are finally going to be presenting the multi-million-dollar renovation proposal for our clients. This is a big moment. We've been working really hard on this project, and today's the day where we're going to find out if they approve the design, if they like it, if they love it, or if they hate it, and we got to start over. So I'm very excited. I'm definitely a little bit nervous, but more excited than anything. And last week, you guys saw one of the designs, and I actually created 3 full designs for this project, and you're gonna see it by the end of the video. I'm gonna show it to you and to the clients, and I'm really excited for you to stick around and tell me what you think. So let's get to it. I've been working on this project for the last 3 weeks, but this past week is where things really fell into place, and I had to kick things into high gear in order to have a presentation ready for the clients. I literally finished the design at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I took a little nap, took a shower, and gathered all the things for the presentation. We're on our way to the house right now. We're gonna meet them at the house, and I'm pretty excited. I'm here about an hour early because I want to set up a really cool presentation before they get here. I haven't been here since the day I measured, so let's see if they've done any work. First thing I'm noticing is that they've removed all of the radiators. I know that the asbestos team was here to do some mitigation. Oh, okay. Look at that. They removed the tile from the kitchen. I'm assuming that that was asbestos related. That's the only work I think that has been done so far. Removing the appliances, some of the kitchen stuff. What's in here? Oh, look. All of the radiators, all the things that have been removed. Cabinets, counters. I think that's really it. I don't think that there's been any more work done to the house other than the asbestos mitigation. Bathroom. Oh, we have no light. Also, it's pretty cold in here, so let's see if having the meeting here was actually a good idea. I thought it'd be cool to be here so we can feel the space and have a better idea of how it may feel once we start the design process. But I hate the cold, so hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us in the butt. I don't know why, but I really thought that this place was going to be clear for the meeting. Should have thought about it more. Okay, so I really wanted to have the meeting in this room because at the time I was thinking that there wasn't going to be all this stuff here. There's a ton of light. We got views to the backyard. It just made sense, but now I'm kind of reconsidering. I mean, I cleared all this space so that I can pin everything up on that wall so we could stand here and see it. Also, again, the light here would be perfect, but I'm not sure. Let me show you the other rooms, right? So the kitchen, if that would make sense. And then the only other options we have would be the living room, which is here, but I feel like, sure, it's cleaner, but it's way dark. I don't know if I love that. The other rooms are also dark. And another thing is that it's a little bit colder in here than it is in that sunroom. You know what? I'm gonna stick to my guns. Sunroom it is. My thought was always to put all the stuff on this wall, kind of like what we did in college. So this is really kind of bringing me back to my college days of having the final critique and having to put your entire work up on the wall and have all your college professors just tear you apart in front of your friends. Aww. Hopefully today there will be no tearing apart and more like, whoa, we're doing a good job, we're in the right direction. Also, really hope that everything fits on this one wall. And I don't know if it will. let's see. Well, that was short-lived. We're not going to be able to fit everything here. I have 30 sheets that have to go up, so we're going to have to do this in the living room. I just hope it doesn't get really cold.
Here we go!
They're going to show up any minute now. It's already like 1:59, and I need to get this done before they get here. I feel like I'm getting ready for a big surprise party. Like they're gonna walk in and I'm gonna yell, "Happy birthday!" Okay, they just parked. They're about to walk in. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, I got it. I have the table.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Shit, we bought one cup.
I want to have it all.
Look at that.
I wanted to have it all set up because you guys walked in, but I think I'm close enough.
Wow. Oh my god, that's so cool.
For today, the goal is to mainly get the ideas out. So, you know, we have 3 floor plans that are like 80% there.
Okay.
They all are within our FAR requirements. They're also within our green space requirements because the way that you guys want this, since we have the primary on the first floor, it takes up more space.
More footage.
So that does, in coverage as well, so that does take up. So I checked, we should be okay. You know, we have to discuss driveway, the turnaround, all that other stuff, but
Okay.
we're there. And then as far as each of the designs that we're looking at, they're also like 80% there. One of them is pretty locked in with the floor plan. The other 2, we have room to wiggle stuff around. And the reason is because when I'm designing, you know, the outside dictates part of the floor plan. Okay. So as we make decisions here, as we say, hey, I like this, I like that, I can start molding the plan and stuff, you know. So I think the goal is after today, we'll look at all of this and then we'll get a North Star. I also brought a lot of your inspirations, some of the inspirations that I picked out that I kind of navigated towards. And then we're going to say, okay, like I like this because of this, and, you know, really lay out the full vision for what we're trying to do. Cool?
All right.
So maybe what I could do is I can go over each plan.
Okay.
We have a lot that is 7,910 square feet. Our zone allows us to build up to 36% of that. This is our first floor plan option, and it's the same one you saw in the last video. From the street, it looks pretty modest and a little traditional. It has very simple details and very traditional materials like the brick. But when you come around the back, the whole thing opens up. It's a lot more modern with a lot more glass. Hi, Mary. So, and again, we can tweak some of this stuff, like if we don't want as much glass or something like that. But I did want to bring some of that modern element to the back.
I love it. I like the aesthetic of it.
I really like how the front of the house turned out, but the back of the house is definitely my favorite. This feels like a really cool backyard to hang out in. You know, we have different options of like, okay, maybe different materials. I really like how this kind of like plaster. Also, we are in the early stages of design, so there's a lot of room for improvement and choosing different materials if we want to.
I love that. I love the idea of it. I like that.
I like some moon ideas.
I do too.
Yeah. Overall, Sean and Carrie did like this floor plan and they really liked the exterior. So we were off to a good start. This second plan is very similar to the first, except I flipped it. Here's the plan we just looked at, and here's the flipped version. And doing this gave the patio unobstructed view to the south side, flooding it with natural light. And I did that because this is our south-facing wall. So sun rises here, comes around and sets over there. If we put the patio on this side, and then the bedroom gets a little bit more southern exposure, this side gets more southern exposure. With the previous option, the living room actually blocks some of the sun, creating shadow over the patio. So, you know, so it's gonna be a little bit more on the shadow side.
So I like this idea.
Yeah. Doing this also allowed me to stack the small gable directly over the garage, creating a very prominent vertical axis, which is accentuated by the garage doors and the big glass windows right over it. Something I love about these meetings is that nothing is set in stone, and together, me and the clients get to mold all of these ideas into their dream home.
I like this too. This is a little windowy to me. Like I like a lot more window. Like that looks like a
Like you mean you want bigger windows as opposed to like?
other.
Actually, so I have to fix this. The door would actually be here. The door would actually be there. At this point, Sean and Carrie were gravitating towards this option more than the first. They loved the idea of flipping the plan to give the patio more southern exposure, little details like this bay window, and the overall aesthetic of the house. Cool, so let's take a look at this one. Here we have floor plan number 3, which has the same orientation as the first. From the street, this design feels very symmetrical. Look at that beautiful gable and bay window.
I like this outside the best, to be honest.
Okay.
The outside's, I mean, I like how this has this center stack thing, but I'm all about symmetry too, so I like that.
To me, this was the most traditional of all of the designs, and it's probably because of all of the stone that we used on the facade. However, this black flat roof dormer and the flat roof bay windows help to bring a little bit more of that modern aesthetic. If it was up to me, I'd push for a little bit more modern, but starting this project, it was hard to gauge where Sean and Carrie were. Curious, do you like the shape of it, or do you like the materials?
I don't know.
What
Might
is
be the
it?
materials,
Okay.
actually. Might be materials.
Because a lot of it, right, like in all of these, I did use the brick, and I struggled a little bit because, again, in your images, I felt like I wanted to go a little bit modern, but I felt a little
No,
restricted.
I think I probably led you a little less modern than we.
At this point, Sean and Carrie decided their favorite floor plan was option 3, but they wanted to flip it and maximize the amount of natural light for the patio and primary suite. But they decided to go with the exterior design of option number 2. So we spent the rest of our afternoon refining these plans, taking a closer look at each of them, bringing things that we like from each option to their favorite option, and fine-tuning it to really make it special for them.
So this was our laundry room at the last house, and that could be a pocket door going in there. Like I'm a huge fan of pocket doors.
Same. Yeah.
That was cool. I do like that a lot.
I love bringing trace paper to the meetings because this gives the opportunity to actually try out the ideas in real time. This allowed the 3 of us to really collaborate and really fine-tune the plans and create a very clear vision moving forward. Finally, we took a stroll outside to figure out what we would do with the front yard. So I believe this is the end of the property, right? So if we're gonna do the turnaround, I don't think we can do it out here. I think it has to be here. So that means that like we have to cut into this, right? So that's where I was showing. I was basically showing like, you know, going like 12 feet out, and then this is a stone wall, right? And then the steps would start here. Right? And then instead of having exposed steps like that, having another wall up there, bringing the entire grade up around the house. I didn't want this to feel like a civic building that's like on this big plinth and you got like, you know, Lincoln Memorial where you're going up these crazy stairs. So that's why I kind of had stairs on the side and then kind of hidden with the different platforms. Again, I think we had to study the cost to make sure like,
it fits in a,
hey dude, you're getting crazy, you know, let's
warranty,
do something.
that it's reasonable.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Overall, what do you think?
Amazing. Like,
Nice.
You pretty much hit from the aesthetic outside. Like it's pretty much. I didn't even think it was gonna look this good. Like I didn't know what to expect. You pretty much nailed what we had in our head on the hit the nail on the head or whatever.
Nice. Cool.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate
You're very welcome.
You don't mind locking the door, do you?
Absolutely not.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
That was absolutely awesome. I'm freezing my ass off. It's really cold, literally shivering, but that meeting was perfect. Just like he said, I hit the nail on the head. The design is really coming together. All the anxiety I was feeling, you know, I think that's natural. When you're putting yourself out there and you're trying to do good work, you know, you never know how people are going to react, but I'm really happy. Thank God. Thank you, baby Jesus, for guiding me through this and giving me the strength and the knowledge. You know, nothing is impossible without God. And Thank you. This is awesome. I'm really happy. I'm gonna clean up and get out of here. All right, Creative World, we're back home. Today was an incredible day. I am so excited about how the whole presentation went. I'm really surprised at how Sean and Carrie responded to the designs. They were very excited. I was confident in myself, and I knew that we were going to be able to produce a really good quality product for them. But I was not expecting them to be that excited about it. So that just really like fired me up. I'm super excited about this project. It's amazing to me that I get to do this right now. Next step is responding to all the comments that they had, refining the drawing so that we can perfect the floor plan and perfect the design. But I'm curious to know what you think. Out of all the designs that we put together, which one is your favorite? Which floor plan do you think is the best? And which exterior would you rather have if this was your home? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you stick around and you keep following the journey. And if you've stuck around until now, I love you. I really appreciate you. And thank you so very much. And until next time, never stop creating. Fala.
Sabe o quê?
What's up?
What's up, viewers?